Hello everybody, welcome back to Worth It Supply. This is going to be our first video here on the gun bench itself. What we're working on today is this Mossberg 500AB, okay? It's a really nice gun. It's got some cool designs on it, everything like that. So the customer told me that it wasn't working properly, and this foregrip wasn't attached anymore. So if you can kind of see up here, you can see at that angle. Now that's not from me holding it at an angle. That is because whoever put this on last, well, they didn't do it right, to be quite honest. And it could have caused this, but I doubt it. So I've had this piece right here welded. This tube is what the forearm sits on, which is the forearm right here. And then this is the mechanism that actually allows you to rack the shotgun, okay? So these rails right here connect everything right here. So I've had this welded back together, and I did a dry fitment a second ago, and I put some perma-blue on here just so I could see it and it wasn't all metal colored. So I could see where it was rubbing, and it's rubbing right here on this little nub that was left by the welder right here. So today, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a sneak peek as to what we do here. So I'm going to lay this on the counter. I'm going to grab my face shield. This kind of stuff really isn't that hard, but you do need all the area and stuff to do it safely. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our Dremel tool here with a sanding disc. Now I don't want to use anything too rough. Now this one's a variable speed Dremel, and I'm going to be using it on speed number 3 just so I don't create a lot of heat right here on this piece, okay? Heat is bad when it comes to that stuff, so we're just going to go ahead and get after it. Alright, now that we got all that knocked down in there, it's nice and smooth. So we're going to go ahead and clean the rest of this up with a wire wheel for our Dremel tool, which is right here. Give me 1 second, let me switch that out, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so what we're going to do with this wire wheel is we're going to shine all this up really well, so when we go to retreat this metal, I'm just going to use some perma-blue. I've already spoke to my customer about it. He's not too worried about what it looks like, but I do want to protect this piece because it will be outside and it sits under the barrel. So you're not going to see it, but it's always nice to think about protection. You don't want this piece to get rusty, it could get corroded, and then it could get weak again. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start cleaning this up. Alrighty, now that we got all that cleaned up, we can remove everything because it is very hot in my shop, and Well, giant pieces of plastic in front of your face kind of make it hard to breathe, just a little bit. Go ahead and put our hat back on. Grab us a rag here. Now you're not going to want to use like one of Mom's kitchen cleaning cloths for this because it's going to be dirty. You're just going to want to get all that stuff off of there. Okay. That's what came off the gun. You can use some solvent, spray it on there. I'm using CLP. That's just going to make this get real nice and shiny. Now, the problem with using the solvent stuff, so this is actually solvent and lubricant, okay? So you're going to want to use something else to pull that lubricant off of here so you have a nice clean steel surface to work with. And I have a trick for that I'll show you in just a second. I'm actually going to use some glass cleaner, kind of spray that on there just a little bit, and then scrub all that off. And that'll pull all that lubricant off of there with it. So, clean this up real nice. And then we will cover this in permablue. Now, if you guys haven't used permablue before, what permablue is it reacts with the raw steel. You can see that weld is very nice. It used to be cracked all the way through. That's a very good weld in there. Shouldn't have any problems with this gun for a while. Or that's our hope anyway. So we're going to grab our permablue, give it a little shake. Now, get you some, I have long handled Q-tips, is what I'm going to call them. You can use regular Q-tips for this. You can even take some permablue, pour it in the lid, and use a gun cleaning patch or something like that. But I'm just going to take this and stick it right in the bottle. Wow, that is incredibly hard to do on camera. Goodness. Going to kind of mix that around in there. When we pull it out, we're going to set it right on the part that we want to treat. You should be able to see it kind of become like a milky, a murky color, kind of aluminum colored. Not super shiny. You can actually see the reaction. Let me kill this extra light here. You guys can kind of see that a little bit better. It's not as shiny. We're just going to keep working this permablue all the way around in that all the areas of exposed metal to make this, it'll be kind of a rich black when we're all said and done with it. So, but we wanted to treat this with something so it wouldn't get corroded and become another weak point. There we go. It's coming into color now. And when I do this, I don't use these twice. I just discard it and pull another one out, just because that will be much easier for me. I don't exactly see a problem to reusing your Q-tips, but I will say that permablue is essentially an acid that reacts with the metal. So if you have any metal or anything on the Q-tip that you dip back in the bottle, then you're going to tamper with the chemical effects of your entire bottle of permablue. So if you're going to use that method, I would dump some in the cap or another container. There we go, that's the color we're looking for. And discard it when you're done, because permablue really isn't that expensive. Alrighty, we'll come back and show you the finished product. Alrighty, so here it is. It is that rich black color that I was telling you about. It actually kind of matches the wear that this gun already has down here, and we're gonna clean this gun up for the customer. It's kind of grody, but I just wanted to show you guys that some of these gunsmithing things are pretty quick and simple. So we're going to go ahead and do a function check on this gun and see if we can get this part to function as normal. According to YouTube, I'm not allowed to put this gun together for you, so I'm going to do it off camera, and then we'll do a function check real quick. Alrighty guys, I got the gun put back together. We're going to close this so I don't knock it over, because I know my luck, and I totally would. Don't want to be spilling acid all over your surface. So, this gun is clear of any kind of shell or anything like that. This is the magazine tube follower down here. There's no shell or anything. So, we are going to do a functions check. Just make sure this rides forward and backwards as it should. There you have it, guys. Some basic gunsmithing right there. Do not attempt gunsmithing without your FFL license. We currently have ours, and that's how it's legal for us to do this kind of stuff. Alrighty. Catch you on the next video.